extremely poor cricket from India. So are you saying that Rohit Sharma should resign before the India-Australia series? Is that what you're saying?
Resign as test skipper, because once you resign as test skipper, you don't have place in that team, because in 10 innings at home, you have scored 133 runs.
India broke many records, not positive records. Under Gambhir and Rohit, many records have been broken. They've not done anything. They've come straight into the test matches and they've let India down. Seeing him, he's not the fittest cricketer. Everybody knows that. So when you're physically, mentally not able to play the format, why are you actually playing it?
Magnificent catch. Just look at Badri now, diving into it.
Lovely shot. Kicks it over the offside. That's a good shot.
Back-to-back boundaries. Hello and welcome to Cricket with Badri. It's another episode of Cric Debate. We have Pratham with us. Hi Pratham.
Hi Badri, how are you?
All well, all well. It's sad, but then we are doing a review of the India versus New Zealand Test series. It's a whitewash, Pratham. Very, very bad whitewash. Extremely poor cricket from India, but very good cricket by New Zealand. You have to appreciate them. Coming to India and beating India on Indian soil, not an easy thing to do. First of all, full credit to New Zealand, right, isn't it? They played good cricket.
After every test match review, I have given full credit to New Zealand, Badri. Again, I will give full credit to New Zealand. And no excuses. If you look at that New Zealand side, Badri, 1 through 11, they played almost the same 11, except for the second match, Henry missed out. Third match, Santner missed out. Every one of those 12 players who played these 3 games, name me any player, I'll tell you a contribution. Every single player contributed in the series. That was the key difference. Every single player. You can say, what did Glenn Phillips do at number 7? He came and scored a 28 of 16 in that crucial third innings in Mumbai, and he took 4 wickets in Mumbai. He got Virat Kohli out late in Bangalore. Any random player out of the 13 has contributed. Will Young, Kane Williamson, huge shoes to fill. Will Young made 3 brilliant 50s. Tom Latham, 86.
Yeah.
Every player.
Excellent. I think excellent credit from New Zealand. If you want to say, India broke many records, not positive records. Under Gambhir and Rohit, many records have been broken. I will tell you the records that have been broken. After 27 years, lost a bilateral ODI series. For the first time, lost 30 wickets in a 3-match ODI series. After 45 years, India remained winless in a calendar year in ODIs. After 36 years, India lost versus New Zealand at home. After 19 years, India lost at Chinnaswamy. For the first time, scored less than 50 runs at home. I think I can go on. There's plenty of records being broken. Extremely poor cricket and poor batting performance, to be specific, Pratham. Let me give you some perspective about especially the last 2 home series. And I'm not even going very far back. The last 2 home series, Pratham. The top order has failed miserably. I'll tell you the scores. 34 for 6, 95 for 6, 84 for 4, 29 for 5, 34 for 3, 28 for 2. There is only 1 or 2 innings in the whole last 5 to 6 test matches that India have actually had a decent start, decent partnership. In all these matches put together, Rohit has batted beyond 5 overs only once. This is not good cricket, isn't it? If you are playing on home soil, you're a captain, you're an opener. I think somebody has to take responsibility there, Pratham. I think Rohit Sharma should take responsibility for it. As an opener, letting the top order down, and as a captain, he's not been great, isn't it?
Yeah, he took responsibility, Badri. He said in the press conference, I take full responsibility. What does that mean? Do you take full responsibility and resign as test skipper? Because once you resign as test skipper, you don't have place in that team, because in 10 innings at home, you have scored 133 runs. And Virat Kohli in 10 innings at home, 6 against Bangladesh and 4 against Bangladesh, 6 against New Zealand, has scored 192 runs. So if your supposedly top two batsmen between them score 325 runs at an average of 16, how are you going to win? A chase of 147 should not have been made to look this difficult. I thought on your show, I said, I'm calling it early, India will win this test. 147, if you cannot chase at home, don't blame the bowlers. Everybody is targeting Ashwin now. How can you blame him? He was man of the series against Bangladesh, had one bad series here. Jadeja took 10 wickets in this test. Ajaz Patel answered with 10. How did our batsmen answer? They didn't answer, right? So I think it is a batting failure.
If at all anybody who is blaming Ashwin, Pratham, I don't think they know cricket. Definitely
exactly.
Not. Because it is impossible to blame Ashwin, because he's the one who brought you out in many times, and he's been exceptional. He's man of the series the previous year. I don't think you can pull up Ashwin. Anybody who knows decent bit of cricket, who's been following test cricket, will tell you that Indian batting top order has not done well in the recent times. You mentioned it right. Virat and Rohit have been responsible as senior players. They've quit playing T20 cricket, and I don't understand. See, I understand that they are senior players. Their body has gone through quite a bit, but you have to put some more effort. They have not played any domestic cricket. They've not done anything. They've come straight into the test matches and they've let India down. Yes, what is taking responsibility? You called it right. So I'm putting you on the spot, Pritham. So are you saying that Rohit Sharma should resign before the India-Australia series? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, he should, because he's not going to play the first test or second test. He's getting squared up by Tim Southee at 120 kilometers per hour. Australians are waiting for him. And Rohit has decided the only way to do is hit out. Yeah, you can get away with that in an ODI game maybe, but in test it's tough. And Badri, you said you're making a bold call. I said this is the last time all four of them will play on home soil. And I stand by that. I don't see Rohit Sharma for sure playing. And if Virat has a bad DGT, I don't see him playing in the England series. It's time to go for fresh blood. Ashwin and Jadeja still have one home series left in them. Absolutely no doubt. And people like Ashwin don't need to be told when they need to go. He knows his body and he's performing. Man of the series 1 series ago.
Yeah.
Jadeja took 10 wickets. They both are vital on home soil next year under a new captain, because there will be a new captain come October. There will be a new captain.
Yes.
A new captain needs Ashwin, needs Jadeja to settle in. You cannot ask Ashwin and Jadeja to leave now. But you definitely can ask Rohit Sharma to leave. You can ask Virat Kohli to leave if he fails in Australia, because you need to give that commitment to Test cricket, which I don't think Virat is doing right now. Very, very unfair to say this, but you can't go missing. 5 tests you were not there, and then this test match you were not here for domestic cricket. However big you are, Badri, this game will bite you back if you don't give them the respect, and that is what Sachin did till his end. His last test was in Wankhede in October 2013. 1 month before that, he played a Ranji Trophy game. 1 month before that, he played Ranji Trophy. However great you are, if you don't respect the game, it comes back.
Yeah, in all honesty, Pritham, Rohit his best format is not Test cricket. His best format, he is a great white ball player. I have no debate in it. He is a legend of white ball cricket. But come test matches, it is not his greatest format. Everybody knows that. Then why are you actually leading an Indian team when you're not even the best opener with a youngster SSV Jaiswal who's batting much better? You're not even the lead opener. And he's just leading the team. I don't think it's warranted. This is not the first time, Pritham. This has happened many times in the past. Many times the weakest link in the test team has been the captain. But then they have contributed in other ways. But here, Rohit Sharma, I think, is definitely questions needs to be answered. And it would be a really bold call, but it would not be a bad call, I think, before the Australia series if Rohit is not the captain. But let's wait and watch.
It won't happen, not for the Australia series, because series starts in less than 2 weeks and it's too much of a shake-up for the team. That won't happen. Rohit will go, but I think I have zero hopes after this performance here. I have zero hopes. They will get hammered in Australia, and I think England series you will see a new captain. And Badri, the other thing, I have said this right from the Bangalore test, Rohit has been behind in terms of tactical acumen, in terms of picking the 11. On a pitch like this, you and Gambhir asked for a turner. Why are you playing Siraj? If you had played Akshar Patel, you would have got 25 runs with the bat and a couple of wickets with the ball, and that was the difference in the end. You have a guy like Akshar Patel who can contribute. You're sitting him out. If you're not going to play him on this dry surface, when are you going to play him?
Yeah.
You played Siraj. So tactically, he was bad.
That is exactly our point here, right? We've been saying on Cricket with Badri, you've been calling it, I've been calling it, saying that his captaincy has not been good. His tactical acumen, when it comes to Test cricket, has definitely not been good, and that is the reason we are actually talking about it. And I think, see, before the Australia series, it would be a big shake-up. I understand, but now they have to win 4 Test matches in Australia, Pritham. The WTC points. They have to win, not just draw. They have to win 4 test matches in Australia to qualify for WTC. Is it actually a realistic possibility? We are starting to wonder, because we know Australia is not going to be easy. And 2 key batsmen, Virat and Rohit, are in poor form. What about the WTC points?
I'll be very happy if they don't lose 5-0 in Australia. If you want to lose 3-0, 2-0, please don't lose 4-0 or 5-0, because I have given up hope, especially after this performance. And the one thing that really upset me was people like Ashwin and Jadeja were the ones who protected the fortress. The minute they failed with the bat, the fortress collapsed. And Jadeja said something. He said something at the end of day one. He said, as long as I'm playing Test cricket for India, I thought we'll never lose at home. That was the confidence he had, because he and Ashwin and Akshar Patel to a certain extent were bailing you out. The minute the lower order didn't contribute, the fortress was breached, and it's very, very unfortunate. And Indian cricket, unfortunately, we will find scapegoats. We'll find a scapegoat like KL Rahul. We will find a Sarfraz Khan. Yes, Sarfraz didn't bat well this test. He didn't bat well in Pune, I agree. But easy targets. Ishan Kishan was pulled up. Shreyas Iyer was pulled up. You're not going to do anything for the giants of cricket like Kohli and Rohit Sharma. They have a free hand in deciding when they play and when they sit, which is very unfortunate. Unlike Australian cricket, when you're not performing, one series before you're not performing, they seem to know the signs and they tap the player on the shoulder, however great you are. Steve Waugh, Badri, had averaged 70 before his last test series against India in 2004, but they said, time has come, Ricky will take over the team, time for you to move. It's unthinkable in India.
Yeah, you're right. See, for me personally, being a cricketer, and I've played quite a bit of cricket with Rohit. I know him personally well. He likes white ball cricket. He likes playing the short format. He personally doesn't like playing Test cricket. And let's be honest, I don't think he has the fitness to play Test cricket. I don't think he has the fitness to stand for 5-6 hours. I don't think he has the fitness to bat for 5-6 hours. Seeing him, he's not the fittest cricketer. Everybody knows that. So when you're physically, mentally not able to play the format, why are you actually playing it? That is the question that I'm asking. If you're not a favorite in the format, just let it go. But this has been happening for quite a while, that big players, they tend to brand themselves as the 3-format player when they are actually not. And unfortunately, Test cricket tends to suffer, which is the hardest format, mentally, physically demanding. And I don't like to see Test cricket suffer whenever, especially when you're playing for India.
And I cannot dispute even one point you made there. And I think despite all this stuff I've said about Rohit Sharma, I still feel he can contribute a lot in ODI cricket. Even his approach against Sri Lanka, all 3 matches he scored, the rest of them collapsed to spin. He scored in all the 3 matches. But the minute you saw that, you were collapsing to part-timers in Sri Lanka and the ball turned half an inch, on what basis did you prepare pitches like this? That is another point you have to ask. Because when they went 1-0 down to England in February, the next 4 pitches were proper Indian pitches, wherein it was very good for batting for 3 days. Then wear and tear took over. On those pitches, Ashwin, Jadeja, Kuldeep, Akshar, you have the bowling to get batsmen out, because New Zealand on true pitches cannot get you out. Did you see the same Ajaz Patel in Bangalore? Was he able to do anything? He didn't do anything. Pant and Sarfraz literally abused him. On day 3 of the test match, if you remember, it was the new ball which did the trick against India, but nothing. On a flat pitch like that, Ajaz Patel would have been ineffective. Same thing. Whereas Ashwin and Jadeja know how to bowl on these pitches. What you did by making this a lottery pitch is you reduced the gap between the spinners and you lost the toss. If India had still won the toss in Pune and Mumbai, they would have won the game. I'll tell you this also.
Yes. See, they did a blunder in Chinnaswamy. They did a blunder with the toss. I still feel that the blunder was driven by the fact that they were overconfident. They just thought that New Zealand will be a pushover. Okay, let's bat them out of the game. And they played 3 spinners on a condition that helped fast bowlers. Yes, all this put together, I think, Team India have taken New Zealand lightly. And they've been whitewashed, and it's really, really bad to see, and everyone is upset because the WTC points is something that we have to take into account right now. It's not going to be there. India are probably not going to qualify, and it's a sad scenario when you're playing so many test matches at home and India you are still losing. Let's talk more about it, Pritham. And anything else you have any other players coming under their radar? For me, I want to talk only about the batsmen, because I will never ever, or rather I will definitely not blame the bowlers for this test series loss, because they have kept themselves in the game. Yes, the New Zealand batsmen have batted well, but the bowlers have won test matches in the past. They are doing the right things, but the batsmen, they are not doing the right things. They came underprepared. Preparation breeds confidence. I think Gautam Gambhir has to start stepping up. You feel that he has to start pressing these players and making them do things that probably they don't want to do going forward. I think he should start pulling his weight.
2 points, Badri. 1 point, you're incorrect. You said India probably not going to qualify. Remove probably. India not going to qualify for WTC finals. There is no probably here. Secondly, Rohit Sharma, the ODI captain and batsman, still has plenty to offer. No dispute about that. You want to play ODIs, play ODIs. You've already retired from T20s. Test, Father Time is calling you. Done. You're done. It'll be a miracle if he does anything in Australia, and I'll be very happy if he does it, but I don't see it happening from what I've seen. Secondly, Rohit Sharma, as you rightly pointed out, likes the white ball format a lot more. He is a different kind of captain because he kind of puts his arm around the shoulder. He's that kind of a leader. Dravid and team took care of all the technical thinking, tactical thinking, saying what kind of pitches for England, what are the plans, and on the field, Rohit could execute that because the inputs were coming. In the 5 matches that I've seen, I don't see too much of tactical acumen coming in from Gambhir or his team. And Rohit Sharma needs that help because he's that kind of a captain who needs help. In white ball, he's very instinctive. He's ahead of the game. You see him leading Mumbai Indians, for example. He's always ahead. He knows what needs to be done. His finger is there on the pulse. And it's a short format, 40 overs. Even ODIs, his finger is on the pulse. He knows the right changes to do. Test cricket, it is tough. And you cannot disrespect your opponent or the conditions because Test cricket, you play over 5 days, 3 sessions a day. Even if you win 2 sessions, the opponent has chances to come back. And New Zealand, I don't think, lost many sessions this test match. And Rohit and Gambhir simply didn't have plans. Now with Gambhir, his lack of coaching experience is getting cruelly exposed now. I still think for the short format like T20s, he can get away with it. But a long format like Tests, your coaching methods will get exposed. How do you get your players ready? But having said that, Badri, I will not blame Gambhir completely. India had Dravid as coach who was technically so good, who scored runs in all conditions. He was the coach for 3 years. If he could not correct these deficiencies for Indian batsmen playing spin, it's slightly unfair to blame Gambhir after 2 months on the job. So I think it's inherent. Each player has to work out his method to play spin. And they are just struggling, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I don't know why. Either they go over defensive or they go over aggressive. Because yesterday's pitch was not a pitch where you could be prodding forward. Yet everybody who got out was just prodding forward, and I just don't understand what plans they came with.
Yeah, we've been saying that, Pratham. Technically, they don't have the skills to play the spinners. You have to have conviction. You go fully forward or you go fully back. And then when you take your chances, when you're offensive, you make sure it is a 4 or a 6. You play your percentages. That is what Test cricket is all about. But here, it's all a lottery. They're just thinking, okay, 5 balls, I'll try to attack. If I get it, it's okay. But if I not, I get out. That's not the way to approach Test cricket. You have to play percentage cricket. That is definitely not there. And mentally, I think they are scared. I think this wicket, yes, the Pune wicket had a little bit of definitely help in it. But then the previous Bangalore wicket, I think the demons were more in the head rather than the wicket. To be honest. So I think personally, batsmen technically and mentally, they are not up for it, especially the top order batsmen.
I think the only batsman, if you look at his technique or if you look at his approach, the way he plays cricket, everybody will say Rishabh Pant cannot succeed. Rishabh Pant is a very, very smart cricketer, and he showed that. He showed how to play spin. He was untroubled yesterday. It appeared him and Washi in the first innings were batting on a completely different wicket. And,
yes, Rishabh Pant, probably I would say Rishabh Pant is the best player of spin in this current Indian team. And he is probably the future leader as well. According to me, the future test captain should probably go to Rishabh Pant is what I'm thinking. Especially after this Australia series. Like I said, Australia series Rohit will go. But after that, I think it should go to Rishabh Pant. That's my opinion.
I'll say this. I know Rishabh is coming in the IPL auctions. I will take it one step further. Rishabh Pant is a fantastic test and ODI player. Right now, he's not cracked T20s. Do not give him the burden of all format player. You have enough people like Sanju Samson who are performing in T20s. Let Rishabh Pant captain the test side. He will do a good job. Maybe he'll be like Dhoni. It'll turn out to be a master stroke because I don't think Shubman Gill has solved his batting problems or consistency to be considered a captain with all that pressure. Whereas Rishabh Pant, his best format is Test cricket. 2 years after he came back, almost 2 years, he comes and scores 100 in Chennai. He's built for Test cricket. You look at his scores this series. He's the one batsman who's been consistent apart from. And also, Badri, I'm a big Jaiswal fan. I thought he had a disappointing series. He got starts in all games and did not convert. Jaiswal will feel very, very disappointed. He had 6 innings to put his stamp on the series. He did not do it. He should be very upset because he is a better player than that. Because I think the key to Australia is Gill, Jaiswal and Pant, not in that order. But these 3 are the only guys who can at least give you some respectability or prevent a 5-0 score. But I honestly think the result is a foregone conclusion. You may as well start the rebuilding process now rather than wait for England. But Again, I said it's too early to shake it up. They will not do it, but there will be a massive reboot for England. If it doesn't happen, I don't know what to say.
Sure. Very poor loss. Hope India recover from it and they do well in Australia. But thank you, Pritham, for coming on Cricket with Badri and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you, Badri.
Thank you. This video was presented to you by DIVO News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon as well. Whenever we post a video, you will get a notification. Thank you, guys. See you soon. Bye.